going through a conversion of the modern homepage here from the shortcode based display to the new block based display. To do this, you're going to need to be on version 4.15 or later, and you're going to want to enable this block editor styling. This renders some styling on the back end, which is needed to make things look consistent. So what's been introduced is a shortcode a block that can be used to replace a shortcode that displays things visually. So what we're going to do is go up here. We're going to go to Feast and then FSRI block. When we insert that, it loads the defaults with all of the same settings as the shortcode. So to get started, we're going to just be replacing the attributes that we have up here with the settings that we have on the side. So we have the shortcode highlighted. There's no settings over here. Once we're on the actual block, we do have access to the settings. So this first one is the featured posts. We're going to grab the ID. So not the quotes, not anything else, just the contents of that. Come down to here, paste it into here. We're also going to want to change this post per page. It's currently set to 4, but we want 8. So we can just use this little button here to change it to 8. Now we can verify that it's actually working on the front end, but there's an issue with mixing the shortcode with the blocks, so you will want to do everything all at once while you do everything all at once and then go back and check it afterwards. But we see here that there's the shortcode and then there is a block down here, and they are an exact match, so it does work pretty well. Once this is in place, we can go in and remove the block, and this functions basically as the new display posts. So recently updated, we're going to go into the same thing. What we can also do is hit enter, and then when we're in a new block, type /, which gives you access to the blocks, and then FSRI block, and that will insert it as well. So for this one, we have order by modified. So we'll select order by modified and exclude previous equals false. So we're going to toggle that off. That's been set, so we can remove that block. Under crockpot recipes, same thing, FSRI block. The only attribute here is the category equals crockpot recipes. So we copied that, we're going to paste it in here. Notice that it is a slug that we still need to use. We see that these are crockpot, so we can go ahead and remove that. Down here, it's another simple FSRI block. The only attribute we need to copy over is the category equals. We have that, so we'll paste that. Remove it. Recent recipes. There's no attributes on this one, so it's just going to be the blank empty one. We can go ahead and remove that. Natural solutions, FSRI block. Category, copy, select the block, paste it up here. There we go. Go ahead and remove that. FSRI block. We have category equals DIY. And on this one, we have order by modified. So we're going to come down to the order by, select modified. Go ahead and replace that. Good. So that's it. It took about 60 seconds to go through and do that. We're going to update that. We're going to refresh to see if it works. And it looks like we have our trending recipes. We have our recently updated. We have our crockpot recipes, fermenting recipes, the recent recipes. And yep, it looks like everything's done well here. We can, because I refresh this, clicked on that by accident. Because I left the original one open, we can come back here. We don't need this tab. We don't need this anymore. And we can compare them side by side. So if you leave a copy of the original one open, you can check to make sure that it looks the same. It may not look exactly the same, but it will still function the same. So we have boneless pork loin, easy salmon croquettes. Good, that's done. Recently updated whole wheat bread, non-pizza bread. Good, that matches. Crockpot recipes. This was actually not the original one, but you can see that it is working properly there. Fermenting recipes, same thing. Fermented carrots, flavored kombucha, perfect. Recent recipes, keto breaded pork chops, banana bread. Keto breaded pork chops, banana bread. Natural solutions. Good, that's a match. So we've gone ahead and replaced the shortcode with the block. You do need to do this all at once. You can't leave a mixture of some block and some shortcode. It runs into really weird effects, but keep a backup of the original post as you're doing this, and go ahead and if you've already created the modern homepage, this would be a fairly simple replacement. If you haven't done the modern homepage yet, then we'll be releasing a tutorial building it entirely from scratch with the block as opposed to the shortcodes.